Alright everybody, today we are going to check out Chitubox Pro version 2.04. It is the latest beta version of their Pro software package for 3D printing, making supports for resin printers. Now, I've already activated my license, and this is a completely fresh install. Couple of things that I want you to be aware of when installing version 2 is I have both the version Pro 1.4 installed as well. So because this is still beta software, I want to have both versions available. You can do that from the looks of it. Seems like it's working. But what I did do is during the install process, I installed the version 2 beta into a different folder, and before installing everything, I made sure to back up all my printer and also support profile settings. So I exported those out from version 1.4. Now, as you can see, I have launched version 2. Now, it's a little bit weird how they have named the versions, but yeah, version 2.0 beta 03 is version 2.0.4. So if you go to their website to download it, this is the latest version. And first things first, I'm just going to see if I can run both version 2 and version 1 at the same time, just to see. Okay, great. So it looks like, so it looks like you can run both versions at the same time, providing you've installed the version 2 into a different folder name in your programs file. So if you're planning to do this, just make sure you install it to a different folder during the install process and back up all your settings. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so back into version 2. So this looks completely different, completely new. So what I'm going to do is there's no option to import a printer profile. Now it looks like you can create a custom one, so let's click on that and see if it has the ability to import. And download. This is all new to me as well, so let's check this out together. Okay, so it looks like you can upload your printer profiles to the cloud. Now that's pretty handy. I do like that. Okay, import the print configuration file. So what I'm going to do, let's import the old version 1.4 profile and we'll see what it does. But what I also want to do is create a brand new profile from scratch using their presets, because there may be new settings that aren't available in the old imported profile. So I'm going to do both. So for this one, I created a custom profile and then I'm going to import it. Now, they really should have an import function already in. This is not working. Okay, took a few goes to click. Now, I've got two screens going on, but I'm not going to show you my folders. So I'm just importing the old setting that I exported out from version 1.4 earlier. And the printer I'm using is a Pure Poly Phenom Prime. Apply the machine parameters from the profile file to the current printer. I'm going to click yes. Okay, So I'm gonna delete this one here, and it looks like it has imported in the settings from version 1.4 here. Which is fine. So it's a little bit different to the old version where you have a printer and then multiple profiles for that printer. This looks like it has just baked in the printer and the profile, and you can just create. So say you had, like my instance here, you have 3 different profiles for your Phenom Prime, then you'll need to create 3 different printer profiles, not resin profiles. So it looks like they have combined both the printer profile and the resin profile into one, which is fine. It's just a different workflow. Now I am seeing these are all new. Okay, interesting. Too many bottom layers will lose the detail. Yeah. Okay, so it gives you little warnings. Interesting. Not sure. So, okay, so this has an explanation, but this doesn't. So, bottom lift distance. Okay, so I've got a little bit of conflict here. Okay, so it does give you a little bit of warning. Interesting. Okay, let me bring up my version 1.4 and we'll just compare those settings. Because I am interested to see if anything has changed drastically. Now it looks like they have to fix the issues with the there we go, okay, that's better. Font size, so bottom retract speed. Yeah, okay. So I really should have these set to 0 because I don't have any other values for the second stage of the retract. So that's pretty cool how that's picked that up. So if I set this to 0, which is, yeah, great. Okay, so that's good. That is a good feature. That's new. Now looking through the printer again. Okay, so the only the only annoying thing I can see by combining both the printer and the resin together is you have to duplicate the printer setting on each one, whereas in the previous version you can copy that printer setting across. It's not a big deal, it's just different workflow. So yeah, you can see here each profile has a machine setting or printer setting. So if I don't hit apply, does it not save it? Does? It does. Okay. Oh, okay. once you hit apply, it takes you to the main screen. Oh, this is all different. Okay, so let's just go back. Okay, so if I close this and relaunch it, what happens? Because that new splash screen with that list, that's all new. So I want to know if that shows up again the next time, because I'm running this the first time around. Ah, okay, so that's interesting. So that new splash screen is, I guess, is what you'll see if you launch this for the first time. And you've got a few annoying little pop-ups here, which I hope we can turn off. So, okay, so this is the same as before, right? So you can see you can add different actual printers on the bottom, and then your resin setting is on the right, which is exactly the same as before. So that's good. So yeah, if we add a new machine, okay, so that brings up this list, like this new list. Interesting. Okay, so let's add in what they have for the Pure Poly Prime. We'll just quickly compare the results. Right, so that's their settings. New, I'm going to add new here. Okay, so yeah, so there, let me, new, okay, so it looks like the settings do import in correctly, which is good. What I'm going to do, this is all different. You've got a sliding menu. Alright. So what am I doing here? I want to just rename this. Old. Rename the machine to old. Okay, so the machine setting, I think, carries across through to the different profiles. Yeah, you can open this as well. Okay, that's good. Now I want to check. So this is new. I don't know what. Okay. So interesting. So it just has a graphical. Interface showing you what these values affect. That's good. Now I do wish I could just make this go away. So I like having bottom layers at 20 because just make sure it sticks to the build plate, and then that works fine for me. So I wish I can toggle the warnings off or click on it to ignore it, I guess. I don't know. Just, yeah, it's a bit annoying having that marked as red, but doesn't matter. Okay. Resin settings, resin type. Yep, so that's all the same as before. The print settings. that looks all the same as before, I think. Point 0.5 and 1. 0.5 and 1. Yep, so that's all imported fine. That's good. G code. Advanced. Yep, so I have my light set to a slightly lower power. Anti-aliasing grayscale level. Okay, so this slider is new. Now, if I show you the old version here, it has a little animation showing you what this does. What I'm looking for. Okay, yeah. Oh, you can actually go even more now. So it goes from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Interesting. Whereas this one only goes 2, 4, 8. Okay, so I'm not quite sure. Is it either or? I can only use the level, or I can only use the presets. That's interesting. Yeah, so it's either or from the looks of it. Okay, that's... I'll have to experiment and see, yeah, what this does, because that's all different. So these I have experimented with these settings, and these are what's been working for me, pretty good. So, but it looks like in here they've now set it so you can only choose either one, not both. In any case, let's move on. Image blur. Okay, that's still there. Shrinkage compensation. No explanation pop up on that. Tolerance compensation. Okay. Bottom tolerance compensation. So I've never used any of this, to be honest with you. Mask is new. Interesting. Mask. Oh. Okay. Again, I've never used any of this stuff, so I'm just going to leave it off. And then we go to check out advanced. Okay, so that's that. So you can look at all the settings on one screen here. That's good. Okay, so yeah, so this shows that you can export your settings from version 1.4 into version 2, and it will carry across correctly, which is great. Now I'm going to check out the settings for the new version. And I'm just going to see if there are any new settings. No. Okay, that's great. The only issue I have right here is that this X and this X are too close together, so you'll probably at some point click on the wrong X. Okay. So I have the annoying build plate disabled, view disabled on the old one, which has carried across too. Okay, good. So let's move on to the interface. So the big change is the color between the old and the new. It just looks like a little bit darker gray, which is fine, I guess. Maybe a bit too dark, but yeah, it's fine. Now, the icons have replaced the drop-down menus. Now, I do like how they had the different steps organized in their own tab here up the top. It's still here. Okay, yeah, that's all there as well. That's fine. It's just changed. Yeah, okay. What else has changed? Got icons on the left, same as before. These are somewhat new. No icon tooltip, which is a bit annoying. So what am I doing when I click here? Okay, you can import in geometry. That's fine. This is the resin. Yeah, okay, resin. Import settings. Chitu Manager. No, I've not used Chitu Manager and I don't want to install it. Okay, so that's good that it doesn't force you to install the Chitu Manager with the Chitubox Pro. That's good. Because usually with these programs they bundle everything together, which gets annoying. Now let's having a look at the interface. I am rotating and panning and zooming. That feels all the same as before. Now I do want to check settings. Okay, so in the previous version, settings is in its own tab here, right? So appearance, you can do your appearance and all that stuff. Now, where is settings in this new version? This is slicer settings, right? Yeah, so this is slicer settings. Where is actual program settings? Interesting. These are, what are these? Okay, little tooltip things, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, okay. So that's one thing that's gone from the new version is settings. It's here. Okay. Too many menus, guys. different types of menus. It's a little bit confusing. So you got, yeah, okay. Main menu here and new project, open project, save project, open. What is the difference between open project and open? Weird. Export model, recently open, community, feedback, language, help, settings. Okay. So this was where I wanted to have a look. Let's see. I can't expand this window. Okay, that's fine. And if I go to the old version, yeah, the old version you can expand that, which is a bit easier. Okay. High platform value. So it's a little bit less color customization than before. That's fine. Ortho. Is it an ortho? Yeah, it was ortho. Placement view. What? That's a bit annoying. Use same directory for saving and opening. I don't know, yeah, I'll take that. That seems logical. Model rename, copy model, repair model, mirrored model. Okay. Project naming. Okay. Interesting. So you can add all this to the end. Okay, so I'm not too bothered by this for now. Couple of function desktop. Yeah, I want to turn this off. I hate this thing. So that's fine. Center selected model in support view. That's unticked. Okay, we'll see what that looks like when we do a test support. Support preview. Print estimation panel. Overlap in collision detection. Hidden angle. This setting was in the support section, so that's interesting. Now it's like a global thing. Automatic part error detection. Okay, that's cool. Just wanted to show you guys the settings here for the actual software, and we'll have a play with that later on if we need to. Oh. That's new. So it must be writing something to the disk. Wonder why that pop-up happened though. Must be a registry. Yeah, must be a registry change. That's fine. Okay. So I know you guys want to get into the support making stuff and see what's new and all these other stuff, but I want to get all the presets, the initial setup out of the way first, because that's pretty important. Now these are all new. Now on their website it's something called Chitu Accelerator or something. I still don't know what this does. Is it like a macro? Must be like a macro thing that's Yeah, ChituAction. So it must be a macro to repeat. Interesting. Repeats your process. Okay, I don't think I'll be playing with that today. But yeah, interesting. It's good you can switch it off. Okay, so let's we've set up the imported in the printer profile, the old printer profile, and let's import in a model. So let's go to open, and I'm going to hunt for a STL file on my other window, and let's have a play with the Nosferatu piece that I recently sculpted and printed, and I'm going to import it in an OBJ that has been exported from ZBrush. So this OBJ model hasn't been hollowed. So I usually do my hollowing in Mesh Mixer. Okay, just to be upfront, I don't use Chitubox for hollowing because I just prefer the manual process in Mesh Mixer. That's worked for me perfectly throughout the years that I've been printing. But we are going to take a look at the Chitubox hollowing and adding holes, and let's see how that performs. The new version performs compared to the Mesh Mixer. Okay. Now, one thing I've noticed. Yeah, they always say this is the front, but this is not the front. This is the back facing the rails, right? So, yeah, if you're looking at it like so, in the actual printer, right? They say front is here, but no, that's the back facing the rails, and this is the front facing the door. So yeah, just be aware of that. When you're setting things up. So I do wish you can change this. Okay, so let's have a look at the model now. One gripe I had in the previous version is you couldn't change the size of the rotation thing. So if I bring in the model on the old version, you can see on my screen it's really small for some reason. See how tiny mine is? In the old version, I have no idea why. It's pretty annoying. So let's have a look at the new version. So great. So it looks like they have changed this. It's at least slightly bigger, and you can rotate. These are new. Okay, so you can rotate by camera view angle. That's good. The second angle here, so okay, and yep, so that's all kind of normal. Okay, and then we can reset. Yep, we can reset it. That's good. And we also have the presets here of 45 degrees. That's good. Combination center. Okay, I think that's when you have more than one model selected. That's fine. And oriented face. Let's try this. Yep, that's fine. That's same as before. There's nothing new. Auto orientation. Let's try this one. Ba-bow. Yeah, so this is one thing that that's always been sort of not great. Yeah, auto orientation. That's probably never gonna give you the right right orientation for printing. Let's try in the old one. Old one. The old one, I've never used auto orientation, but it looks like the old one doesn't have auto orient. I thought it did. It does, yeah. Yeah, okay, so it gives the same result. So it doesn't look like the algorithm has updated in the new version. So just be aware of that. But yeah, I never use it, so it doesn't bother me. You know, for a part like this would be the orientation you want. Okay. Now let's. Okay, so it looks like you can change materials quickly now. That's good. Perspective, orthographic. That's a home. And then you can also still click on that to get the orthographic view, which is great. So these are super helpful. Okay, so I always work in orthographic view. I would recommend you do that too. Don't use perspective. It's just whacked. And it also looks like, yeah, the little detection things seem like it's doing stuff. Now, just to let you know, I'm running on a pretty powerful machine. It's a i7, Windows i7 with 16 gigs of RAM and a 3080 RTX graphics card. Okay, so once we've imported in the model, these are all your normal stuff that you can use to rotate, scale. What is this? Mirror. Okay. Now the next thing, let's look at support. So add tag. What is add? Sorry. Next thing, let's have a look at hollowing. Yeah, why not? In the file list, yep, that seems the same as before. Okay, so let's do a hollow and see. Wall thickness. .2. Damn, that's pretty thin. No. We want to set it to 1.85. Precision, low, middle, high. Let's go with middle for now. Inner, outer, bottom through. This seems new. Again, I don't use the hollow feature in Chitubox. I do it manually in Mesh Mixer. So, but let's see what it does. And inner mode is normal. Keep the main cavity. Yeah, all right. Let's see. It's pretty slow. I do have OBS running to capture screen capture, but yeah, it's not fast. There we go. Okay, so one thing I have noticed with Chitubox hollowing is it likes to add layer lines on here. So let's just hit apply, and we'll say OK. And let's do the same thing in the old version, and let's see if there are any major differences. Because I do know some of you guys will be using the hollowing feature in Chitubox. So I do want to show the difference between the old and the new version. Yeah, the thing, that's weird. Okay, so it looks like it's applying it twice. Or did I must have pressed, yeah, okay, I must have pressed it twice. I wonder if it's gonna freak out. No, didn't freak out. So, ooh, I don't know this, what is this yellow thing? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to import in a hollowed model of this head already. As I said, I've already printed this out, so I know this model is good. And I'm going to bring in the hollowed model that I made in Mesh Mixer manually, okay? So I can show you guys the difference between the two. So it looks like when you hollow in Chitubox, it gives you this yellow inner preview, whereas if you hollow it externally, it will just show that. Now, does that mean that I can go back and it saves a copy? No, it doesn't. Yeah, because what I wanted to show you was what the issue I've encountered with Chitubox hollowing is that it adds weird layer lines in the hollow on flat surfaces for some reason. Like here you can see, but it seems like it's not going to show me because it's done it within the program. So what I may have to do is export it. It's a little bit annoying, isn't it? I just want to be able to view the model as is without this special hollow yellow overlay thing. Yeah, that's really hard to see what's going on, right? Compared to this, which is what you should be seeing. So let me save this project and I will export out the STL and we'll bring it back in, okay? Now the Chitubox project, It looks like it adds strange characters to it, which is probably not great. You can see here. So let's export this out and we'll bring it back in. Yeah, because this is annoying. It's not like it's a non-destructive thing and you can go back. So why have it as a different color? I don't get it. Not needed, guys. Just switch it to a normal mesh preview. So export. Again, no tooltips, which is annoying, and you can't export directly from the menu, which is annoying. Like I'm right clicking on this, and what would be great if I could is if I can right click on the model and select export rather than using this menu here. Okay, so that's one thing that I would like to see. Because I only want to export this file. I don't want to export the whole build plate. And again, it adds a funny bracket to the file name, which is not good. Guys, get onto that. And also, when you go to export model, it defaults to a Chitubox file, which I know somebody has complained already on YouTube, and it's annoying. So when you go to model export, it should default to a STL file, okay? Not a .chitubox file. That's a project file. It didn't do this before in the previous version. Right. I can go here, I can select the model, and then I can go section export, and you can see that it defaults to a STL file. So please fix this. Export. Oh, okay, it does, my apologies, it does save it as STL. So maybe you just had to change it. It doesn't keep the doesn't default to the right setting. Alright, so I'm going to delete this and I'm going to import in the version 2 hollow head. Okay, good. Okay, so this is the, oh, it still does it. Why? Why? I don't want the yellow preview. Get rid of it. That is really bad. Has it always done this, guys, in Chitubox? Again, like I said, I don't hollow in Chitubox, and I don't remember why, but I think it was because of this annoying thing. You can't see what's going on, right? You need to be able to check the inside, the integrity of the inside mesh. This yellow overlay thing, it just doesn't work. So, so that's hollowing. So it looks and feels exactly the same as before. If you want to use Chitubox hollowing, you can, and it works the same as before. So no changes there. Okay. What about digging holes? Let's dig some holes. Dig hole. Yeah, it looks the same. What I do like the dig hole option in Chitubox is that it saves the part that you dig out. You can't really do that in Mesh Mixer. So yeah, that's one good thing. If you do want to print out the whole part, the cutout separately. That helps. And yeah, that works same as before. Okay, so you can sort of see it here. See how whacked it does the inner surface in Chitubox? Whereas if you look at the hollowing in Mesh Mixer, it's nice and clean. So yeah, this is the same as version 1.4. Just beware of that. So my suggestion is, as a professional, is to do the hollowing manually in Mesh Mixer. That way you can quality control exactly how it looks on the inside. Because in Mesh Mixer you can also do a little bit of sculpting as well, so you can smooth things out if need be. But if you're in a pinch, or if you're a newbie, or you just wanted to get it done, then that's fine. You can use Chitubox for hollowing. I'm not gonna judge you on that. Just be aware that there's some weirdo stuff going on the inside. Okay, so we've got a ton of different files now. The little plugs. Let me get rid of these. Let me go. Okay, so now the second part is the supports.